OCO-3 job is to measure the amount of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere and how it's changing with time. So we'll look at how that's changing with different seasons. We'll look how that's changing with the different areas. We'll look at places like urban areas where we expect to be a large source of carbon dioxide. Then we'll also look at things like boreal forests or also the ocean, which actually breathe in carbon dioxide. The pointing mechanism on OCO-3 is called the pointing mirror assembly. And the instrument field of view, what it actually sees on the ground, is very narrow. It's almost like looking through a straw. So if you were just to look straight down, you wouldn't get to see very much. So what the pointing mechanism allows us to do is scan back and forth over a large area, and then we can get the carbon dioxide state over Los Angeles Basin, for example, in one pass.
OCO-3 is going to measure carbon dioxide from space, so this gas that's in our atmosphere, and it also measures something we call solar-induced fluorescence. And when plants are doing photosynthesis, they let off a little light, and we measure that so we can see a signal of photosynthesis. All sorts of scientists are interested in this. You can imagine folks who look at crops or have a forest that they've been studying. They want us to get a little map and look at the details. We have folks who study volcanoes and like, hey, can you look at the volcanoes? Maybe we'll see a carbon dioxide plume. And of course, people who study human emissions want to look at cities and other places where there are intense carbon dioxide emissions. Over just 2 minutes, we can gather a map about 50 miles by 50 miles with footprints, each of them about a mile by a mile. So we'll get this little snapshot map and look at the details of carbon dioxide with this pointing system that we have on OCO-3.
OCO-3 will measure atmospheric carbon dioxide. So measuring data consistent with the carbon cycle helps us to better understand the Earth as a system and how it is changing. And also better understanding the carbon cycle will help us to better determine how it's related to other global processes that are driving the climate change. I think one of the neat things is that OCO-3 is going to operate in conjunction with 2 other NASA instruments that are already operating on the International Space Station. So that's EcoStress and JEDI. So the trio of instruments will actually produce this superset of data or information that'll provide data for scientific research and informed decision making and also data applications.